Good morning, good evening, and good night, everybody. My name is Sarah, and you may notice a couple things are different. The main question probably asked me is, why am I wearing glasses again? I actually still need glasses. I'm mostly just wearing for driving right now, but I feel like I can't really see that well today, so I'm wearing them in the video. Get over it. So today we have a very special video that's actually being filmed in two different parts, one here and here. Now this is mostly because I'm doing this right after Christmas, so a lot of the stuff I have right now in this part of the video is stuff I cannot bring back to my dorm room. I have limited storage space and I have limited space in my suitcase, so we're just splitting this up. With that all being said, let's dive on in. Now, you guys read the title of this video. It's obviously Alice in Wonderland. I love Alice in Wonderland. I don't know how this obsession kind of came up, because at this point it is kind of an obsession. I think it started with, back in high school, we did an Alice in Wonderland junior play for my advanced drama class. Part of the final that we have to take in that class is we have to put on a play for children. We did Alice in Wonderland, which we do, yay. I had a great time with that. Most of my classmates did not. I actually really enjoyed it for some reason. I don't know why everyone else hates it, but it kind of started there. And then, since I've gotten onto booktube, I've kind of slowly started to look back onto classics, and I realized I never read that many classics growing up, and so I wanted to start simple. I wanted to start with Alice in Wonderland. And from there, it's just kind of escalated. So Alice in Wonderland is the only book I can really justify having more than one copy of. And because I can justify that, I have way more than one copy of this book. Some of these were gifts, some of these weren't. But let's start with the ones you literally just saw at last video. That is the complete Alice. This is a giant book. Now, Alice in Wonderland and its companion novel, Alice in the Looking Glass, they're not very big books. But it's just like, this is the collector's edition. Like, it is beautiful. It has this cool, like, thing that it's, like, beautiful and stuff. And so the text is, first of all, the text is huge. And then the pictures are huge as well, and they're colored and they're beautiful. And I haven't read this version yet because I literally just got it for Christmas. And it's lovely, and it's so pretty, and it's so heavy. Like, I've had books this big before. I feel like this one is way heavier than it has any right to be. But I love it. I really do. I have 4.5 more editions of Alice in Wonderland to show you. The first one is technically mine, but it's also not. This was supposed to be a gift to my father from his father. And when he opened it up, I was like, this is just beautiful. Like, look at it. It's like one of those really nice leather bound with gold, and it's like, oh, it's so pretty. And I got talking to my dad, and I was like, yeah, Alice has like kind of been my obsession recently. And then he got talking to his dad, and his dad was like, well, didn't you give it to her? And so my dad, like, it's basically willed to me now. I can go home and read it whenever I want. It's very pretty, and I don't want to risk damaging it, so I left it in his care. The next one, I think, was actually my first ever edition of Alice, and that is Alice in Wonderland. This is the Puff and Chalk Classic Edition. It is beautiful and short. It has little ridged pages, and it has all the classic drawings in it, but because of the size of the page, they are rather dark in here. But it's just like the cover of this is so beautiful. I absolutely love it. The next one I have is Alice Adventure in Wonderland and Through the Looking Glass. I wanted Through the Looking Glass as its own edition, but I couldn't find a copy that was very cheap and also a standalone. So I bought this one, which is just both of them, like 2 in 1. Again, it's a very short story. Like, if the two books are in one, and it's incredibly short. The art is a lot cleaner in this, even though it's the same artwork by the same artist. Like, it's so pretty though. And then you can see the lines and you can see the detail a lot more, like, I think how they were supposed to look. I just absolutely love this. My least favorite edition actually cost me the most money. Everything I got was like under $5, and of course this one was $8, and this is the Paper Mill Classic Edition. The reason why this is my least favorite, first of all, the art on the cover. This book does not include Through the Looking Glass, and this art that you see on the cover is only ever seen in the ending pages of Through the Looking Glass. And it's just like, also, there is a poem in here that you see in every other edition. It's the mouse's tail or the rat's tail, And it's done in a way where it's all curvy, like that is the text, that is how it's supposed to be. And in here, it's just kind of, it just kind of is. Also, again, I have problems with Paper Mill Classic books. They don't like to stay open, and you always hear this creaking sound from the pages whenever you try to force them open. So it's kind of difficult to read, which is, you know, it's supposed to be a book. You're supposed to read it, but it's pretty, so what can you say? And the last edition I have is Alice's Adventure Underground. This is the original manuscript of Alice's Adventure in Wonderland. This has a different artist than all the others. And I love the artwork. It's so clean and beautiful. You can't really see that one. But it's just like, see, here's the mouse's tail. This is how it's supposed to look. And like, look at the artwork though. It's so, I love it. And so, you also have the lobster one. And this is such, like, you can tell it's a different book. It has a lot of the same scenes. It has a lot of the same like character development, but there's stuff added and stuff left out that it's not the same book as this one. So it's just seeing the evolution is really quite fascinating for me. I also have the Jabberwocky here. It's the poems by Lewis Carroll. It's big. It takes forever for me to read poems. I'm clearly not that far into it, so we'll see if I ever finish this. If not, oh well. It's still a very pretty book. Next up we have the Alice in Wonderland retellings. And that would be Are You Alice? I have volumes 1, volume 2, no, don't fall, volume 3, you fell anyways. Okay, now right, so here's volume 3, volume 4, and volume 5. I also have volume 6 over in this place. Now, this is a really hard series to explain, so it's just like, this is Wonderland after Alice left, and it's all these characters are personified as humans. This right here is the Cheshire Cat. It's a little hard to explain to a Western audience, but you see a lot of Alice in Wonderland retellings and references in manga, and I think this is one of the favorite versions I have that I've like read consistently. So after Alice left Wonderland, things kind of started to fall apart. And people are obsessed with getting Alice back. And so the White Rabbit he goes into our world and he tracks down people who are lost, who aren't themselves anymore. They're all young, blonde girls. They all look like Alice. And he brings them back and he gives them the name. And with a name, he can give them a job, a title. So the White Rabbit is tasked with keeping this world running, and Alice is tasked with killing the White Rabbit. Now, everyone has these laws to them. The Mad Hatter can only kill to protect Alice. I forget what the Cheshire Cat's rule is. And you also have characters like the Alice before our main character comes down, because our main character was not brought by the White Rabbit. He was not given the name Alice, but he took it himself. So yeah, Alice is actually a guy in this book, and he's, I think, the 89th Alice. And so you see remnants of the Alices before him, the people who failed to become Alice in Wonderland, who, like, they became regrets. And so the previous Alice, Alice 87 or Alice 88, she keeps showing up, and she was supposed to be the perfect Alice, and she failed. And so it's so fascinating because you see Wonderland like you've never seen it before, and I don't know why I'm obsessing over this series so much, but it's so lovely, and I cannot wait to finish this because there's not actually that many volumes left, I think. I might be wrong, but yeah. 2 more retellings that I own are Queen of Hearts. This is by Coleman Oakes. I have not read this yet, but I've heard very good things about this series. This follows the Queen of Hearts and kind of her rise to power and how exactly she got into this situation that we see her in when Alice falls down the rabbit hole. The next I have is Heartless by Marissa Myers. Again, this follows the Queen of Hearts before Alice shows up. This is a lot thicker. Everyone knows Marissa Myers. I actually haven't read one of her books before, so I really want to be the introduction into that. I just want this to be good, okay? Plus, it's beautiful. Next up, we have these postcards. There are 100 different postcards from Alice in Wonderland. These are all done by different artists. I've shown you a couple of these before. I think they're so lovely. So yeah, you have, of course, this beautiful one, and then it also includes a couple of the other characters that you don't see that often, like Humpty Dumpty. And then you have the court scene with the king and the queen, and they're talking about who ate the tarts. And then you have the dodo, which some people theorize to be Lewis Carroll himself. And it's just, all of these are just absolutely beautiful. You have the Red Queen from Alice Through the Looking Glass. And it's just, I love these. And I don't want to use these as postcards, even though they actually are postcards. But yeah, I really do like these. A couple more Alice in Wonderland things. We have the original sketch found in most of the books, except this time instead of a small door behind a curtain, you see the coding of the world. I used to be a programming major, so this was very appropriate back then. Changing my major now, though, so it's less so, but I still think it's a really cool, picture. This is a postcard. You get it from Redbubble. Again, this is just, you can buy this as a print, but I think postcards are a lot cheaper, and I think they hold up better, so, I mean, same idea. Next up, we have this, Where Should I Go? That depends on where you want to end up. Another postcard I got from Redbubble. I love all of the artwork that they have there, and I know this is originally from the book, but the text they added was new, and I really like how this looks. I knew how I was this morning, but it's changed a few times since then. This is very appropriate for me. I have this hanging on my desk, so, yeah. The next thing I have to show you, I did literally just show you the last video, and that is the Alice in Wonderland Disneyland's black enamel pins. This is the collector's set of 4. I think you can only buy these in packs of 4. And they're really lovely, and I love them so much because at a distance you can't really tell what they are, but they all have little quotes on them, and I think they are so cute. Another pin I got was, of course, the Alice flower pins from the Disneyland park, and it's just one of the parts I played in the Alice play that I put on. I actually played multiple parts. I was one of the not the wildflowers, I was one of the garden flowers. I wasn't Daisy. I forget who I was. I think it was Lily, actually. Yes, you have this beautiful Alice and her daisies pin, I believe. Perhaps she is a wildflower. And one final thing I have to include is this Alice pin. I got this at Disneyland, and she has a little drink me bottle. It's just really lovely. I like this one, even though I'm always worried about the bottle falling off. The next 2 things I have aren't technically Alice in Wonderland, but you can totally tell they were inspired by that. Now this is adorable little steampunk white rabbit coin purse. I've been using this to hold my coins, and then I obviously got a new coin purse, the 9 3/4 one, which was good because this was completely full. It's the same on both sides, and I think it's really lovely. And the last thing I have to show you is this adorable little clock. Now again, isn't technically Alice in Wonderland, but you can totally, it is a house in the shape of a teacup, and it's also, it's lovely, and it's a clock, so I think of the Mad Hatter when I see this. So it's lovely. It's slightly chipped on the top, but I did get this at the Goodwill, so what do you expect? It's not going to be in perfect condition, but it's just how can you not think of the Mad Hatter when you see a house in the shape of a teacup with a clock on it? That's obviously what it is. So that is everything I have to show you here. Now to finish up all of this, let's go back to my dorm room and we can look at my stickers. Alright, so here is my binder. I want to have it standing up at the moment so you can see the full picture of it, because unfortunately my desk is underneath my bed. It's going to be hard to show you these, so I'll just show you them one by one. As you can tell, I kind of just have all my Alice and a couple of Luna stickers on the front of this binder. I do organize the stickers on my binder so they all have a certain theme. The reason why I like this type of binder so much is because the stickers peel off really easily. So I had another thing right here, but I took it off for this video. Now, down here we have some of my favorites, especially this one. How long is forever? Sometimes just a second. And then over here we have Why is a raven like a writing desk? That is the riddle that is never answered. No one actually knows the answer to this riddle because there isn't one. Surprise, surprise. Now all these are from Redbubble, so we have beautiful Redbubble sticker right here. Over here we have this beautiful Alice May and the Cheshire Cat. I almost got this as a shirt, but that was $20 and the sticker was $2, so. Then we have this one, which is
No, I was like, this actually shows up on a couple different fandom tags depending on what you put in. It shows up under Gravity Falls, it shows up under Night Vale. I just wanted to put it with my Alice stickers because it looked really cool. Over here, we have this bookish themed Alice meeting a rabbit with a bunch of flowers. It's really pretty. I was going to give it as a gift, but I liked it too much. We have a Luna sticker here. Now, even though this is my Alice journal, Luna really fits in with the theme, so you're just as sane as I am. We have this corner sticker, which I absolutely love. Again, this was another one I was debating as getting as a shirt, but I didn't think it would look that good as a shirt. So sticker up here in the corner. It has all the little themes and motifs and symbols of Alice just hanging off of the tree that she falls asleep under. Another Luna sticker with her Patronus. I just think this one's adorable and it fit right in with the theme with the white rabbit and everything. Alice as a teacup because, Disney, you know. And then do you suppose that she is a wildflower?
So that is it. That is all I have to show you from my Alice in Wonderland haul. If you liked this video, please leave it down in the comment section below. Tell me which version is your favorite, or if you have any of these, or what version you have. And while you're there, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. And as always, good night, good evening, and good morning, everybody.